Hey travelers, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 bucket list destinations you absolutely must visit. From stunning landscapes to vibrant cultures, these places have it all. So, let's get started. First up, we're hitting up Bali, Indonesia. Picture this: lush rice terraces, volcanic mountains piercing the sky, and beaches that stretch on forever. But Bali's more than just a pretty face. It's got soul. You feel it in the ancient temples, in the scent of incense swirling through the air, in the smiles of the locals. You can spend your days chasing waterfalls, learning to surf those legendary waves, or just chilling on the beach with a fresh coconut. And the best part? Bali won't break the bank. You can find amazing food, accommodation, and experiences without having to sell a kidney. Trust me, Bali's calling your name. Just find those hidden gems, those off-the-beaten-path spots, and you'll be golden. So, what are you waiting for? Book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready for an adventure you'll never forget. And hey, while you're there, do me a favor and grab one of those rainbow smoothie bowls for me, will ya? Next stop, Kyoto, Japan. Forget Tokyo's neon lights and futuristic vibes. Kyoto's all about tradition, history, and that zen-like calm you just don't find in many places. We're talking ancient temples, traditional tea houses, and gardens so perfect they look like they were plucked straight out of a painting. Walking through Kyoto is like stepping back in time. You can wander through bamboo forests, witness the grace of a geisha, or find your inner peace at a traditional tea ceremony. And if you're lucky enough to be there during cherry blossom season, forget about it. It's pure magic. The food alone is an experience. Think delicate sushi, steaming bowls of ramen, and matcha everything. One thing I love about Kyoto is how safe it feels. You can wander down tiny alleyways at night without feeling uneasy. So if you're looking for a destination that'll feed your soul and leave you feeling inspired, Kyoto's the place to be. Alright, let's talk Santorini, Greece. This place is basically a postcard come to life. Whitewashed houses clinging to cliffs, the Aegean Sea sparkling below, and sunsets that'll make you question if you've died and gone to heaven. Santorini's all about romance, relaxation, and soaking up that Mediterranean vibe. Spend your days exploring ancient ruins, lounging by the pool with a glass of local wine, or hopping between those picture-perfect villages. And speaking of villages, Oya is a must-visit. It's got those iconic blue-domed churches, charming shops, and restaurants perched on the edge of the caldera. Just be prepared to fight off hordes of Instagrammers for the perfect shot. One tip: skip the fancy restaurants and opt for local tavernas instead. So, whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, a solo adventure, or just a chance to soak up some serious beauty, Santorini won't disappoint. Alright, adventure junkies, this one's for you. Machu Picchu, Peru. This ancient Incan city perched high in the Andes Mountains is not for the faint of heart. We're talking heart-pumping hikes, breathtaking views, and a history so rich you can practically feel it in the air. Forget your history books. This is experiencing the past firsthand. Now, most people hike the Inca Trail to get to Machu Picchu, and let me tell you, it's an experience you'll never forget. We're talking 4 days of trekking through cloud forests, past ancient ruins, and up steep mountain passes. But even if you're not a hardcore hiker, you can still experience the magic of Machu Picchu. You can take a train, a bus, or even a helicopter to get there. Just be prepared for the altitude. It's a humbling, awe-inspiring experience that'll stay with you forever. You can't have a bucket list without mentioning Paris. The name alone conjures up images of romantic walks along the Seine, cozy cafes, and iconic landmarks. And let me tell you, Paris lives up to the hype. This city is a feast for the senses. From the smell of fresh croissants wafting from boulangeries to the sound of accordions playing on street corners, Paris is a city that begs to be explored. Of course, no trip to Paris is complete without visiting the Eiffel Tower. Sure, it's touristy, but there's something magical about seeing that iconic structure up close and personal. Pro tip: go at night when it's all lit up. But Paris is more than just its landmarks. It's about getting lost in the charming streets of Montmartre, browsing the bookshops along the Seine, and people watching in a sidewalk cafe. Paris is a culinary paradise, from Michelin-starred restaurants to cozy bistros. Take advantage of free activities like visiting the Louvre on a Friday night, exploring the city's parks, or simply wandering the streets and soaking up the atmosphere. Alright, let's talk about the city that never sleeps. New York City. This concrete jungle is a whirlwind of energy, diversity, and endless possibilities. From the iconic skyline to the vibrant streets, NYC has a pulse that's impossible to ignore. You can feel it as soon as you step off the plane or out of that yellow cab. It's in the air, it's in the people, it's everywhere. You can spend weeks, months, years in New York City and still feel like you've only scratched the surface. Catch a Broadway show, get lost in the Met, wander through Central Park, or stuff your face with pizza in Brooklyn. One thing I love about New York is the energy. It's a city that's constantly moving, constantly evolving. There's always something new to see, something new to experience. NYC is a melting pot of cultures, and that's reflected in its cuisine. So, if you're looking for a city that'll ignite your senses, challenge your perspectives, and leave you wanting more, New York City should be at the top of your list. Next up, we're heading to the southern tip of Africa, to a city that's as beautiful as it is vibrant, Cape Town, South Africa. Imagine this: dramatic mountains plunging into the ocean, beaches that stretch for miles, and a city buzzing with creativity and culture. One of the most iconic sights in Cape Town is Table Mountain, which dominates the city skyline. You can hike to the top or take a cable car for breathtaking views of the city, the ocean, and beyond. The city is steeped in history and culture, with a vibrant art scene and a delicious food scene that reflects its diverse heritage. Spend your days exploring the colorful Beau Cap neighborhood, browsing the stalls at the V&A waterfront, or sipping cocktails with a view at a rooftop bar. And don't forget to sample the local wines. South Africa makes some of the best in the world. You can feel the creative energy pulsing through the streets, from the street art to the music scene. So, if you're looking for a destination that offers the perfect blend of natural beauty, cultural experiences, and urban adventures, Cape Town should be on your radar. Let's face it, some cities are classics for a reason. Rome, Italy is one of those cities. It's a place where ancient history collides with modern life, where every corner you turn reveals another breathtaking sight. We're talking about the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, monuments that have stood for centuries, testaments to the power and artistry of the Roman Empire. Walking through Rome is like stepping back in time. But Rome's not just about ancient history. It's also a city with a vibrant contemporary culture and a delicious food scene that's impossible to resist. Spend your days exploring ancient ruins, throwing coins in the Trevi Fountain, and indulging in delicious pasta, pizza, and gelato. One of my favorite things to do in Rome is to simply wander. Get lost in the city's charming streets, stumble upon hidden piazzas, and soak up the atmosphere. Rome is a city that will stay with you long after you've left. G'day mates! We're heading down under to Sydney, Australia, a city that's as beautiful as it is laid back. Think iconic architecture, stunning beaches, and a vibrant culture that's impossible not to love. Of course, no trip to Sydney is complete without a visit to the Sydney Opera House. This architectural masterpiece is even more impressive in person. Catch a show, take a tour, or simply admire it from afar. It's a sight you won't soon forget. Spend your days soaking up the sun at Bondi Beach, exploring the historic Rocks District, or taking a ferry to Manly for stunning harbor views. Sydney's culinary scene is as diverse as the city itself, with influences from all over the world. From fresh seafood to modern Australian cuisine, there's something to satisfy every palate. One thing I love about Sydney is its laid-back vibe. So, if you're looking for a destination that offers the perfect blend of city life and beach vibes, Sydney should be at the top of your list. Last but not least, we're heading to a country that's straight out of a fairy tale: Switzerland. Think snow-capped mountains, crystal clear lakes, charming villages, and yes, lots and lots of chocolate. Switzerland is a paradise for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. In the winter, hit the slopes for some world-class skiing and snowboarding. In the summer, hike through lush meadows, go swimming in pristine lakes, or take a scenic train ride through the Alps. One of the best ways to experience Switzerland is by train. The country has an efficient and scenic rail network that will take you to all the best spots. And of course, no trip to Switzerland is complete without indulging in some Swiss chocolate and cheese. So, if you're looking for a destination that offers breathtaking scenery, outdoor adventures, and a touch of fairy tale magic, Switzerland should be at the top of your list. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 bucket list destinations that'll leave you breathless. Whether you're chasing waterfalls in Bali, finding your zen in Kyoto, or soaking up the sun in Santorini, these places are guaranteed to leave a mark on your soul. But that's the beauty of a bucket list, right? It's about dreaming big, taking risks, and saying yes to adventure. So what are you waiting for? Start planning that trip, book that ticket, and get ready to experience the world in all its glory. Trust me, it's out there waiting for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you in the next video.